congrats on your 6-year stint in charge.
Thank you.
I mean, what a way to round it out tonight.
Yeah, it's a great finish. I didn't know what to expect tonight. We probably just asked the players for like a really spirited effort that sort of represents what Manly stands for. And I think they showed that. Yeah, they fought hard to the end. They came back from goals down, and there was some really good quality play. And 5 minutes to go, they score the winner and celebrate well. So, no, I'm really proud of what the players did tonight. But overall, I'm really proud of what we've achieved over the last 6 years.
You said plenty of times this season how important you've seen the youth of this club and, pushing them through. And What a way to show it tonight with Geordie getting the winner.
Isn't it what? Geordie got the winner, and James Georgiakis scored an absolute bomb from outside the box. So, two great, young Manly players that have come through the system, and it just shows, exactly what you can achieve if you invest in the development of your juniors.
Well, take me back to when you started at the club, the start of your involvement, and what were your feelings heading in then, and did you think you'd be involved for this long?
I didn't really know. Like, it all happened really quickly. So Craig Midgley, God bless him, he was an unbelievable support at the club. He gave me a chance as an assistant coach, and then all very quickly he had too many things on, and I was thrust into the first grade role. So a bit of a baptism of fire, but we worked hard. It's such a supportive club. The board, technical director, all the players. There's been unwavering support, so it helps quite a bit when that support's around you. But I've loved my time. I don't know if I really thought at the start that it was going to go for 6 years or shorter or longer. I just do it because I love it, and stuck around all the time because I just really enjoy being here. But it felt like the right time now to pass it on and hand the baton over to Adam Griffiths, who's another amazing coach, and I'm hoping now that the club will just keep forging forward. Yeah,
you said how special of a club it is. What is it that makes Manly so special?
It's such a good club. There's again support at all levels, but from the board to Dave Mason, who's an amazing CEO, and Andrew Christensen's our TD, another amazing person and technical director. But just every single person that's here is here because they love the club. It creates a really wonderful atmosphere to work in, and you enjoy coming down here. And then the players, God bless them, they're the best bunch of boys. They buy into the style of play that we want to try and adopt here at the club. They work really hard, and they're a really good bunch of mates. So I think all of those ingredients, when you put them together, it just creates this just awesome culture at Manly, and that's what keeps me coming back. I'm sure it's what keeps everybody else here. It brings players to the club, and it keeps players at the club. So it's probably one of our best strengths, the people and the culture that we've got here.
Looking back over your time, are there any highlights that stand out?
James Georgiakis and Geordie have given us a highlight tonight, but there's a lot. From a performance perspective, I think there was a season here where we first made finals in a long time, and that was such a build towards doing that. It was great. We've had really good runs in the FFA Cup, and they create highlights, but I don't know if I've got one single moment to think back and say that's the absolute pinnacle. Everything that's been achieved the whole way through, I've got nothing but fond memories, and they all blur into one really just positive experience at Manly.
I'll put you on the spot here with a couple of questions, but do you have a favourite player that you've coached over the years? They always say coaches don't play favourites.
They're all my favourites. No, look, I must say, in terms of not necessarily favourites, but there have been people that have been here and supportive for the entire time, and people like Brendan Chalakian, Dylan Mitchell, Scotty Balderson, Kieran Paul, Dom Ferguson, these guys have been with me from the start, so it's a great feeling knowing that they've been the core of the squad and have really helped shape the future of Manly, because they help in player retention, but they also help you recruit. We look for players that can fit into our culture and our style and so on. So there's been a couple of boys that have been, like I said, the ones mentioned. And, Brendan, God bless him, he is an unbelievable support to me, and he's always talking football and so on. So I just think that cluster of core guys that have been here from the start, I'm really grateful, to them, because around them, the rest of the team's been built.
And if we flip that,
Yeah.
is there someone who you've found a bit challenging? Maybe, you've had to improve, has there been a bit of a character?
Probably Brendan again. No, it's not really. Not really. I think if I think back around challenge, that's probably one of the tips for coaching that I've found really useful. The individual approach to man management is one of the critical elements that you've got to get right. And each individual likes a message in a different way. And if you find what that is, and you can really deliver messages to spark them into action or keep them motivated or overcome problems quickly, there's a few things there. So probably not anyone like challenging, but some were more difficult to work out how to approach than others. Yeah, but overall, no real bad experiences.
Fair enough. Is there something that you'll miss most about this role?
Yeah, the thing that I'll miss most, and it's the same thing you miss when you retire from playing, I think the interaction that you have with the players and the camaraderie that exists amongst that group, and just the pleasure of seeing them down here, the individuals that you know and you love, that sort of banter in the change rooms and the interaction with the players, I'll miss that desperately. You probably don't miss as a player, you don't miss pre-season, and as a coach, you don't miss it when things are going horribly wrong, or if the conditions are poor or something like that. But you always miss the interaction that you have with the group here, because that's the addiction to coming back and doing it with people that you love. So that part will be challenging.
You mentioned before Adam Griffiths coming into the role.
Yeah.
What has been or what will be your message to him as you sort of pass on the baton?
Oh, look, I think Griffo probably doesn't net. He's his own man. He'll take his own message. But I tried to attract Griffo here as a player way back in the day. And then he joined us the year after he stopped playing and started as an assistant coach. So he's been here and bought into the culture and so on, and he's an amazing football brain. He had a wonderful career as a player, but he's a terrific coach, and he's got a marvellous football brain, and he's got great support in Marty Judge, who is so passionate and so knowledgeable about the game, and Dylan McAllister needs no introduction. He's a legend of the game and the club. So together, that team of coaches that take it over, I just think they're now, destined for bigger and better things, and they'll take the club forward to the next, whatever iteration that is of the future. But this club's always evolving and positive evolution as well. So I'm sure they'll do a stunning job. The players adore them, they respect them. The message from a football perspective is so clear and precise, and it's a great brand of football that they're trying to, to adopt here at the club and continue on what we're doing here, and it's been a path of progression the whole way through. So I'm positive they will have a really good influence over the next chapter.
Mm-hmm. And just moving forward for yourself personally, do you know what you have planned?
I don't know. I'll put a pool in the backyard and enjoy some time in the sun with the kids. But no, look, I really love the club, and I hope I'm involved in the club or around the club for years to come. But I'll just have to work out what that is. So I think for the most part now, it's time to have a break. I knew that was going to be the result at the end of next season, so I'm really comfortable that the change has been able to take place quickly, so we can build quickly for next season's comp and through this comp. So not sure what it means for me, but I'm sure I'm going to be around the club. It's something that I can't resist, and it's a place that I love to be and feel really like at home. So I'll be here doing something.
Yeah, can't keep you away.
That's
but,
it.
So it's not, I guess, a full-on farewell, but as you step down from the role, are there anyone in particular you'd like to, thank?
Yeah, there are. People like Ray Fanning and Keith Pester and Dave Mason, especially in the CEO role. The board and the CEO have been incredibly supportive of me and what we've tried to do, and they're incredible to work with. Yeah, really positive. And then Andrew Christensen is one of the best guys that you'll meet as the technical director, and he runs the football program. And they have been great supporters, but also great sounding boards at different times when you need it. And together, it's just been this really cohesive unit that's leading this football club forward. But outside of those, the coaches absolutely, because with Griffo and Marty and Dylan, it's been great support there. But at the end of the day, all of those things blend together when we run the club, but the most important group and the ones that I am incredibly grateful for having around here are the players. Yeah, without the players buying into what you do and supporting you and committing to the execution of the plan, you're nowhere, yeah, as a coach. So for every single player that's come through the club and the current group of players that put in such an effort tonight, that's probably the most grateful group that I am, or the most appreciation that I have for the group. The players here have made this the most incredible experience.